Is there a hidden formula for winning an Academy Award? It might seem like the highest honor in filmmaking is a pure measure of artistic merit. But look a little closer, and you'll see a pattern emerge. There's a strategy, a well-worn path that studios have trodden for decades, designed to capture the attention of Academy voters. This is the world of Oscar bait. So, what exactly is Oscar bait? It's a term for films that seem specifically engineered to win awards. They often follow a predictable set of rules from their subject matter to the very month they're released in theaters. It's a cynical view, sure, but it's one that holds up to scrutiny. Studios invest millions not just in making these films, but in elaborate marketing campaigns aimed squarely at the hearts and minds of the roughly 10,000 voting members of the Academy. Let's start with the most obvious ingredient, the subject matter. The Academy has a well-documented preference for certain types of stories. Dramas based on historical figures or significant real-life events are perennial favorites. Think of films about brilliant mathematicians, tormented artists, or courageous political leaders overcoming immense adversity. These stories offer a sense of importance and gravitas that voters find irresistible. They provide a built-in narrative of struggle and triumph, which is a powerful emotional hook. A film about a real person who changed the world feels inherently more significant than a fictional story, at least in the eyes of many voters. Another classic trope is the overcoming adversity narrative. This can be a story about battling a serious illness, confronting social injustice, or fighting against a disability. These films are designed to be emotionally resonant and inspirational. They tug at the heartstrings and leave the audience with a feeling of catharsis and hope, which often translates directly into votes. The Academy also loves stories about Hollywood itself. Films that celebrate the magic of movie making or explore the darker side of the entertainment industry have a special place in voters' hearts. It's a self-referential nod that resonates with people who have dedicated their lives to the craft. It validates their own experiences and passions, making it an easy sell. But the formula isn't just about the story. It's also about who is telling it. Certain actors and directors become Oscar-worthy through a combination of talent and strategic role selection. Actors who undergo dramatic physical transformations for a role are often seen as shoo-ins for a nomination. Gaining or losing a significant amount of weight, or spending hours in the makeup chair to become unrecognizable, signals a level of dedication that the Academy loves to reward. It's a visible, tangible representation of an actor's commitment to their craft. It's not just acting, it's a feat of endurance, and that's something voters remember. Similarly, respected veteran actors playing characters who are nearing the end of their lives or looking back with regret is a classic Oscar play. It gives them a chance to deliver a powerful, emotionally charged performance that feels like a culmination of a long and storied career. These roles often feel like a career Oscar, a reward not just for one performance, but for a lifetime of contributions to cinema. Then there's the timing. The release date of a film is one of the most critical and calculated aspects of an Oscar campaign. You might notice that many of the most acclaimed films of the year all seem to come out in the last 3 months: October, November, and December. This is no coincidence. This period is known as Oscar season. The strategy is simple. Release the film close to the nomination voting period to ensure it's fresh in the minds of Academy members. A film that came out in March, no matter how brilliant, risks being forgotten by the time ballots are cast. This recency bias is a powerful psychological phenomenon that studios expertly exploit. They flood the market with their most prestigious films at the end of the year, creating a sense of urgency and importance around them. This is accompanied by a massive promotional blitz. You'll see actors on every talk show, directors participating in countless Q&A sessions, and for your consideration, ads blanketing trade publications. It's an all-out assault on the senses of the voters, designed to keep their film at the top of the conversation right up until the last possible moment. The themes of these films also follow a predictable pattern. They often deal with weighty social issues such as racial injustice, gender inequality, or LGBTQ+ rights. While these are incredibly important topics to explore, in the context of Oscar bait, they can sometimes feel more like a checklist than a genuine artistic impulse. The film positions itself as being important and timely, making it seem culturally necessary to reward it. This can lead to a situation where the message is prioritized over the artistry. A film might be praised for its good intentions, even if its storytelling is clunky or its characters are underdeveloped. It creates a dynamic where voting against such a film could be perceived as being against the important social message it carries, putting voters in a difficult position. This entire system, this algorithm, can have a detrimental effect on the film industry as a whole. When studios see that a specific formula is consistently rewarded, they become more inclined to finance films that fit that mold. This can stifle creativity and originality. It encourages a risk-averse approach, where familiar tropes are favored over bold, innovative ideas that might not fit neatly into the Oscar-worthy box. How many truly unique, groundbreaking films have been overlooked in favor of a well-made but conventional historical drama? The Academy's preferences have a ripple effect, influencing which stories get told and which voices get heard. It also creates a disconnect between what is considered the best film by a small group of industry insiders and what resonates with the broader movie-going public. Blockbusters and genre films like horror, comedy, or sci-fi are very rarely considered for the top prize. Despite their cultural impact and artistic merit, this sends a message that certain types of filmmaking are inherently less valuable or artistic than others, which is a narrow and limiting view of what cinema can be. Of course, this isn't to say that all films that fit this pattern are bad. Many Oscar bait movies are genuinely fantastic, with brilliant performances and masterful direction. A film can be based on a true story, released in November, and still be a masterpiece of cinema. The problem isn't the individual ingredients, but the cynical calculation that often goes into combining them. It's the sense that the film was conceived in a boardroom as an awards getter, rather than born from a genuine passion for the story. It turns art into a game, where the goal is not just to move an audience, but to manipulate a very specific group of voters. So, the next time Oscar season rolls around, and you see a trailer for a historical drama about a tortured genius overcoming adversity, starring a beloved actor in a transformative role, ask yourself, is this a truly great film, or is it just playing the game? The line between a deserving awards contender and a calculated piece of Oscar bait can be incredibly thin. But understanding the algorithm helps us see past the hype and appreciate films for their true artistic worth. Not just their potential to win a golden statue. It's a reminder that while awards are nice, the real magic of cinema lies in its power to tell new stories, to challenge our perspectives, and to transport us to worlds we've never imagined. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Oscar bait algorithm, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Movies Ricapripo, for more deep dives into the world of film